exercise called the spine twist. And for the spine twist, we're really trying to work on flexibility through our thoracic spine, as a lot of our exercises are focused on. But we're also working on that and having enough control through the belly that we can keep our face right in line with the spine. And I'll show you what I mean by that in a moment. We're also working on flexibility through the hamstrings. As you'll notice, the position for this really causes those hamstrings to have to stretch out a little bit, okay? So let's give this a try. Our starting position is the legs straight out in front, heels together, big toes touching as well, and you're just gonna pull the feet back like this, okay? Now, this may be an uncomfortable position for some. If your hamstrings are really tight and it's hard to maintain this position, especially if you are trying to sit up and you notice that your pelvis is tilting back and you just can't sit up tall, then I would suggest rolling up a yoga mat and having a seat on that. Or you can even do this, like maybe sit on your bottom stair or something, and so that your tailbone is a little higher than your heels. That will help take a little bit of the pressure off of your hamstrings. Another option is if you don't have a yoga mat you can roll up, and maybe you don't have stairs in your house, you can always just bend the knees a little bit. But over time, try to work on getting them straighter, because that's really where your hamstring flexibility will benefit. All right, so starting in this position, again, we're going to pull some of the soft tissue out from the buttocks, and so we can really feel those sitting bones firmly planted into the floor. Sometimes I like to call that taking the cushions off the couch. All right, so we're going to take the cushions off the couch. We're going to feel our sits bones, our sitting bones, also called our ischial tuberosities, but we'll just call them our sitting bones, firmly planted into the floor beneath us, making sure that your knees are touching and your toes are touching and your inner thighs are squeezed together. Okay, so this should be tough work for the legs as well as the actual movement that we're going to do, which is the spine twist. Bring the arms out to the sides, the palms are down, and you want to make a full wingspan here. All right, so get the arms right out in line with the sides of the body and lock that into place by pulling the shoulders down away from the ears. Now the arms here should be strong and tight. So I like to say, imagine that I'm coming over and I'm taking your arm and I'm trying to pull it out of position. I shouldn't be able to move it. Make your arms so strong and so tight, okay, that no one can move them. You're like a statue right here, okay? Now we're going to inhale in the center, and as we exhale, we're going to start twisting to the side. But be mindful of a couple of things. First of all, your arms should not move any farther than your spine does. So I don't want to see this. Okay, do you see what happened there? My spine stopped twisting and my arms kept going, right? At all times, your chest should be right in the middle of the arms. So you're initiating this movement with your thoracic spine, and it's not the arms kind of doing their own thing. Your head also should stay centered, so your face is right above your chest. It's not looking over your shoulder. Inhale back to the center, and exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale, center, and exhale, twist to the side. Now hold here, and I want you to take a look down at your feet, because what often happens is as we twist, okay, the feet, you see what I just did? My feet slid past each other. I'm going to slide back so you can see that a little bit more. You see that? So they were here, and I twisted to the side, and they kind of moved like that because my hips were moving, all right? If your feet stay perfectly together, that tells you that your hips are not moving, which is exactly what we want, all right? We want all the movement to come from the thoracic spine. The hips should not be involved at all. So let's try this again and try to be real mindful of keeping the big toes touching the whole time, not letting the feet slide past one another, because that indicates that there's hip movement. So arms out to the side, step them into place, sit up nice and tall, right on those sitting bones. Inhale, prepare, and exhale, gently twist to the side, but keep the arms tight and strong. Inhale, center. Exhale, side. Keep the face centered right in between the arms. Remember not to let the arms twist any more than the spine. Inhale, center. Exhale, side. Inhale, center. Exhale, side. Now keep scooping the whole time, because that'll help you sit up tall, and it will also help you to just keep this whole thing supported from the core. Exhale, side. Inhale, center. inhale, center, and release down. All right, nice job. Now, one thing that you can do to kind of progress this a little bit is you can bring your arms to the front, and as you twist to the side, you can pull the arm back. Now, that might seem like it would be really easy because we're not really pulling anything, but if you can imagine in your mind that you're pulling something really heavy and really hard to pull, and you can get all the same muscles engaged that you would have to if you were pulling something really heavy, like dragging it across the floor, that's what you want to do. Your whole upper body should be engaged and strong and working hard through this exercise, even though we're just kind of pulling the air, all right, if that makes sense. So let's try that variation. Bring the arms to the front. Again, lower the shoulders away from the ears. Keep the arms straight. And again, the toes, the knees, and the inner thighs should be squeezing together. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, twist to one side. And you're going to pull the arm back like you're dragging something heavy. And this time you can go ahead and look over your shoulder. Inhale to the center. Exhale, other side. Pull strong. Inhale, center. Exhale, side. Make sure again that your hips are not moving at all, so your toes, your feet should not be sliding past each other. Exhale, pull. Inhale, center. Can you feel some muscles in your back working as you pull? Can you feel those muscles in between your shoulder blades really tightening up? And center and release. And if the answer was yes, then you're doing it right, okay? So what we're trying to really engage here are our rhomboids as well as our middle trapezius, those muscles in the mid-back that will really work to pull our shoulder blades back and give us that nice, tall, beautiful posture all day long, all right? So again, that was called the spine twist.